Hello, Taurus. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the last portion of February 2019. I want to go ahead and get into your reading for that, but first I want to mention that I've added a link in the description box below, which will allow people to donate should they want to. That was brought to my attention from a lot of people that they would be interested in donations to my channel. And if you want to do that, you can. And if you don't, no problem. But let's go ahead and get into your reading right now. I've already shuffled your cards, and let's do it. All right, show me energies present for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the last portion of February 2019. Taurus. So, Taurus, you have first off, Queen of Swords. So, female energy, it doesn't have to be, but it's an energy where we are decisive, where we use our decision-making versus our emotions, where we're more logical, where we're not really getting involved with things on an emotional level. We're allowing others to speak and come clear and true and correct to us, but if they don't, off with their head. Underneath that, we have Judgment. For the bottom of the deck with the Queen of Swords, we have Judgment here. I'm going to do this. This is what I'm being told to do. Okay. More. Okay. Next, we have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups talks about letting things go, walking away from frustrating situations. I'm going to take the bottom card. The bottom card is the Two of Swords. So decision-making, movement towards something new. Give me more for Taurus, please. Knight of Wands. Okay. Knight of Wands energy. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries energy. But the Knight of Wands is somebody who can either be a player. They can also be somebody who's very excited. They are moving very quickly. They're very... they're sporadic sometimes in their longevity, but they are very intense and want to go. The bottom of the deck, though, we have the Seven of Swords for that. I typically will pull cards and keep shuffling, but I'm having a very strong feeling to just let one fly out and then pick the bottom. So it looks here, Taurus, that we have a situation where you have somebody who's wanting to come back to you, and it feels like they are wanting to come back to you after engaging in this type of behavior. Kind of some risky business behavior, especially considering that the Seven of Swords is right beneath the Knight of Wands. So somebody who's more so apt to be reckless with your heart, reckless with your safety and body. You know, somebody who is a player. Somebody who's in and out of your life, and there's really not much stability with it. But here they are coming back to you. Look, they're walking to you. You have your sword drawn and you're not really looking at them, okay? You could also be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Doesn't have to be. I feel that this energy more so embodies you in the situation. But somebody is coming back. Somebody is wanting to come back and communicate with you to reconcile here, you know, because we have the Queen of Swords here on top of the Judgment card. This is how it looks for me, okay? What's beneath her? Judgment. What is that for her? We're dealing with somebody who's been shysty with us. In the center, underneath the Eight of Cups, you have the Two of Swords. Pardon me, also, I've been a little bit sick. My voice is kind of in and out, so if I sound like ground beef, well... the Two of Swords, though, talks about decisions, choosing to pass, needing to make a decision, but kind of in our heads about it, not really ready to do so, kind of being blind to things. It can also talk about stalemates and silence between two people, or there may have been a silence between two people and now somebody's back that wants reconciliation, and you may be like, At the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles here. The Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, Earth energy. The Queen of Pentacles talks about stability. She talks about motherhood. She talks about somebody who's an entrepreneur, somebody who takes care of her family, who runs her own business, who is very nurturing, somebody who's into nature, somebody who decorates the home. It's very like that nurturance effect. The Queen of Swords, maybe, because she's looking right at the Queen of Swords here. Does nurturing yourself and your home and potentially your family and your loved ones feel more so promising than re-engaging with this person? I feel it does. Underneath the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands talks about victory. It talks about recognition, but it also talks about self-recognition. What makes us feel good? What we know to make us feel good, you know, and we cut out what doesn't serve us. We cut out what doesn't make sense anymore. If somebody from your past is coming back wanting to reconcile, wanting to bury the hatchet, wanting to make good on their ways, you know, as far as this, it's like they have to look at it here. They've got to look at whatever it is that they caused. The Knight of Wands and the Seven of Swords is not a good combination at all. It talks about somebody having a roving eye and even more so a roving dick. So, and it doesn't have to be just male. It can be female too. Females are very, very good at doing what they want as well. So, I do want to mention that. I'm going to go ahead and clarify things, but let's get into it. And you also could be dealing with an earth sign too. It doesn't have to be. But if they are an earth sign, it's almost as if they're more so receptive to you now. They want to make emotional overtures. And I think that you may be cutting it out. So let's see more. I gotta have my tea. I shuffled this deck. We're going to shuffle a little bit more. Show me the Queen of Swords for Taurus, please. All right. First card popping out upright. We have the Nine of Swords. So, in regard to this situation, in regard to this Judgment card with this Queen of Swords, what is going to make... The Nine of Swords talks about mental frustration. It talks about unending mental frustration, sleepless nights, emotional upset, high levels of anxiety plaguing you mentally. If re-engaging with this person makes you feel like that, I wouldn't do it. The other card that popped out in reverse. It is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. This talks about being out of balance. If the idea of being with this person or reconciling with them leaves you feeling out of balance, that you don't want to do that anymore, or being in a relationship with them was a feeling of being out of balance while you were in a relationship, it's almost as if letting it go is better. At the bottom of the deck, too, for those two that popped out, and especially in regard to the Nine of Swords, which is that unending mental frustration, that worry, that concern. Have they changed? Will they change? Is this worth my time and effort? Do I want to do this? We have the Eight of Swords. So this is basically more mental frustration. Now, it can talk about creating stories in our heads, creating scenarios that may not necessarily be there, but for whatever reason, there's worry and concern that seems to be quite prevalent with this in regard to reconciling with this person, okay? Show me the Eight of Cups. Show me the Eight of Cups for Taurus. So we have Death, and we've got the Princess of Wands. So Death and the Page of Wands. Death is, first of all, it's Scorpio energy, heavy Scorpio energy. And you have Eight of Cups, which is also water energy. It may be a Scorpio, sun, moon, rising, somewhere placed in their chart that you're dealing with. But death is essentially cutting things out. It's allowing something to die because it doesn't work anymore. It's a heavy lesson that you've achieved, but it's no longer effective to maintain it and nurture it. You know, you have to let it go because it doesn't fit your life anymore. It served its purpose, and you have to release things. If somebody walks away from you because they're playing sexual games and like being a player and being young at heart and sowing their oats, so be it. But that doesn't mean that you have to wait for them. It doesn't mean you have to be the open door. It's not an open door policy all the time, you know? And if it is an open door policy and you've been waiting for this person to come back and like begging for them to come back, I think it's really important for you to check your value and your self-worth, okay? If somebody treats you negatively, poorly, disregards your body, disregards your time, disregards your emotions, and yet you still have to have them back and they still treat you like shit, check yourself, check your value, check your self-worth. The Princess of Wands talks about new beginnings. It talks about new directions, but it's also very impulsive. If you have somebody coming back, if you have a Scorpio coming back and they've been acting in this way, it's very impulsive energy. It's still got that, it kind of smacks of that player energy. They may want a new beginning, but like, it's immature. And what is a page going to give a queen? Not much. Show me the Knight of Wands, please, for Taurus. Yeah, so you have somebody coming back here. You've got the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So somebody, it could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but you have somebody coming back here who is wanting to offer a new beginning where they want to stabilize something with you, and they're telling you that they're going to put energy and effort into it. But the third card that popped out is the Eight of Cups. So somebody here is walking away from that offer. Somebody here doesn't want that offer because it may not be like worthy of your time, worthy of their time. You may be the one making the offer to somebody and they're cutting you out. You know, that's a potential as well. You can go either way. These are general readings. These are not personal readings. Okay. And it's for the collective energy of thousands of people, not just one person. Okay. So yeah, that offer is wanting to be made. That offer is this judgment, is the reconciliation that's coming from the Knight of Wands, but no. And it could also be somebody saying, I've changed my ways. But even if they've changed their ways, like this is what I'm feeling here. You have this energy, this person, or whatever they are, going. Now, what's behind them? The Three of Cups. So that's why I'm saying that they've changed their ways, because the Three of Cups is behind them. The Three of Cups can denote people who engage in third-party situations, who put you in third-party situations where you have no idea that you're part of a third party, you know, and it's almost as if now they're saying, hey, I've learned my lesson, I figured it out, you know, but we still also have the Seven of Swords here. So I'm going to clarify that soon, but yeah, I'm going to clarify that now, actually. At the bottom of the deck, though, for those three cards that popped out, you have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles talks about not moving forward with somebody, not accepting an offer, not doing anything. It's stagnation. It's shutting people out. It's shutting people off. It's not communicating. It's just basically creating a barricade. Not accepting movement. Not accepting an offer. Show me the Seven of Swords for the Knight of Wands for Taurus. Show me the Seven of Swords for the Knight of Wands for Taurus. Okay, so yeah. So first off, you have the Four of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Again, not accepting an offer, not making any movement, nothing. Stagnation here. Card in the middle, Prince of Wands. So this is the Knight of Wands in reverse. Now, the Knight of Wands in reverse is the player. They are somebody who is somebody that doesn't care about your emotions. They're in it for sex. They're in it for whatever they can be in it for and get. And they're very abusive in regard to how they take. They're takers. They don't really consider you or your feelings or your value or worth or your body. They're somebody that will have unprotected sex with a lot of people and tell you they're clean. Who knows? They may be clean. I'm just saying go get tested. So if that's the case, because here we have the Lovers card as well, and it's in reverse. All of these cards are in reverse. There's three of them. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse, that energy we just talked about. We have the Lovers in reverse. So the Lovers in reverse talks about, it talks about essentially making a head or heart decision. It can talk about somebody choosing one lover now versus others. If this person is saying that they have wanted to come back to you because now they've let go of that aspect of their lives, you know, this Seven of Swords energy, you know, this is clarifying the Seven of Swords, what the energy is behind the Seven of Swords. This person's actions as a player, okay, how it brought, this is the Nine of Cups in reverse, how it brought emotional distress, how it let, you may have been thinking this person was the love of your life and they treated you like, you know, chopped liver. This talks about somebody choosing one lover or the other, and it talks about letting go of lovers. Now, that could be them wanting this with you, but also in regard to you, this could be you reevaluating a situation, what's already transpired between the two of you, recognizing that this player energy was something that was incredibly prevalent, recognizing that this situation hurt you in a multitude of ways, and if you felt that this person was really important to you and like it just essentially let you down, and it's like an emotional distress, essentially, leaving you out, you know, shutting you down, not paying attention to your emotions or valuing you at all. You have the Lovers in reverse now. So in regard to you and your actions towards this, it's more so apt to let this person go because of their actions from the past. And again, that Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, not moving, not budging, okay? Sometimes the decision-making is to not accept it all. Show me the Two of Swords for Taurus. So, yeah, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and we've got the Ace of Swords here. So the Nine of Pentacles and Ace of Swords, it's basically in Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, okay? Five of Pentacles, leaving somebody out in the cold, not accepting a situation that's going to essentially introduce lack into your life. This is a lack mentality. The Five of Pentacles is a lack mentality. It's not having enough, not being in a situation that provides enough for you. If you go back into it, it's something that you essentially sign up for somebody who doesn't value you. It's a lack situation. Why would you be engaged in something that wants to deplete you? You have the Nine of Pentacles and you have the Ace of Swords. So the Nine of Pentacles, well, let's do the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords talks about cutting things out. It talks about being incredibly clear with your communication, incredibly clear in your mind and your thoughts. Here we have the Two of Swords. This is clarifying the Two of Swords. Two of Swords talks about being in your head about things. It talks about being uncertain, not sure which direction you want to go in. It talks about not communicating with the person, or this person left you out and they're not communicating with you, and now there's a communication. But this is where we're at, you know, this cutting of the energy. And the Nine of Pentacles talks about going on your own, being on your own, doing things on your own, being single. It talks about taking care of your own life and stabilizing your own life, finding happiness within your own life that only you can do. And being away from a person like this actually feels more liberating. It feels like a breath of fresh air. That's honestly what I'm feeling. It almost feels like the door's right there. It's kind of cracked open. I just have to step through and get there. You know, that's the kind of feeling it is. It's like almost if you've had a lot of energy surrounding this person where it's been very heavy, very thick, you almost feel like you're constantly like they're on the back of their mind or they're in your energy field. It's like finally letting it go, finally making the final cut to let it go. Doing you. Five of Pentacles. Letting somebody out, dropping them off, no more. Under the Five of Pentacles, we have the Empress, taking care of yourself. Self-nurturance, self-love. This is talking about self-acceptance. It's talking about self-care entirely. What goes into your body, what goes into your mind, what comes out of your mouth, the people that you keep around you, the love that you extend, the love that you receive. The Empress is not somebody who goes and chases after people. She is essentially somebody who's very nurturing, who's very loving, but it starts here. It starts at home. You love yourself first. Re-engaging in a situation of this nature is not loving yourself first. Loving yourself is recognizing the situation for what it is. And if this isn't your situation, it's not your situation. But recognizing a situation for what it is, having the bravery and fortitude to cut it out and choose to go a singular path, that talks about the Empress. That is taking care of the self. Self-awareness, self-nurturance, self-care to the max. Show me the Judgment card. Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups for Judgment card, this is basically two people. I'm sorry. Six of Cups is somebody from your past. Oftentimes this is reiterating reconciliation. This person from your past wants to reconcile. I mean, that's pretty simple. You have the Seven of Swords for, Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This talks about being unclear, but also in decision-making, it talks about having a lot of options, but it also talks about this person having a lot of options still, or having had a lot of options in the past, and recognizing that they truly do love you, but it's almost too late, you know, or it is too late. And I do want to say too, with the Two of Cups, it doesn't just mean, oh my God, soulmate energy, we have to get back together because it's my twin flame. First of all, I don't really subscribe to twin flame. So if you're like on the twin flame kick, that's entirely up to you. And that is totally for you if you want it. My belief, if somebody wants to be in your life, they're going to be in your life. They're going to make every effort to be in your life. Okay. Some people, yes, this may be somebody wanting to be in your life again, but I really think it's important for you to value yourself and take consideration and note in what's happened here. That's what I'm saying. Two of Cups in regard to that. There may be somebody recognizing the bond that they actually had with you. It doesn't have to mean you have to be lovers forever, but the Two of Cups can also mean that somebody recognizes an undeniable bond that they had with you, and they caused a lot of bullshit. They caused a lot of frustration and distress, and now it's done. Show me the Queen of Pentacles here. So the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and you have the Magician. So essentially, with the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck, you have to really look at what makes you happy, okay? First of all, the Three of Cups, especially in this reading with the Knight of Wands and the Seven of Swords, the Three of Cups talks about third-party situations. It talks about being part of things that you may not have known you were part about, or just it's shitty behavior. That brings situations out of balance. This also talks about people giving to others in weird ways, like overextending themselves, giving to people where they shouldn't be, and they should be concentrating their energy on one person, yet they're giving it to another or multiple people. We have that Seven of Cups somewhere, which is talking about having a lot of options, okay? So it's somebody who's like out of balance, giving their energy to others. And if this situation causes you to be out of balance, it's time for you to balance your energy out. That is the decision-making process. That is this type of energy, the Queen of Swords energy, where we balance our energy out by cutting things out that no longer serve us. It's a death to a situation. Could be dealing with a Scorpio, but it's a death to a situation, so you can actually accept transformation in your life and start that process, okay? The Magician comes after that. This is the other card that popped out with that. The Magician talks about manifestation. It talks about moving forward towards what you want. It talks about creation. It can talk about somebody wanting to start something with you, but I also feel that this is more so indicative of you starting something on your own, choosing to go about your life in your own way. Okay, Taurus, this is your energy, the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is your energy for sure. It's self-nurturing. It's taking care of the self. It's going after what makes you feel good, recognizing what makes you feel good, and going after what really stabilizes you on an emotional way, in an emotional way. Like that's what this reading feels like. So yeah, I'm going to close it down here because I don't think that there's really much to be said else. If you found that this video was helpful, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to donate, go ahead and donate, and I much appreciate it. And if you don't, no pressure. I will be back for the March readings in a few weeks, and I will see you soon. All right, take care, Taurus. Bye-bye.